Hello, this is from chapter 6, the silent E. By now you've realized that there are many English words that end in an E. This is very useful ending because it gives us a new word simply by adding an E on the end. For instance, pan, P-A-N, becomes pain, P-A-N-E. But the big problem is how to get rid of that silent E when adding suffixes. And here we have the rules quite clearly. Rule number 1, keep the silent E when a consonant suffix is added. Okay, the suffix is ness, love, lovely, L-Y, waste, wasteful. Ness, li, and full end in a consonant, therefore you retain the E. Number 2, drop the silent E when a vowel suffix is added. Okay, these suffixes, able, ing, able, begin with a vowel, so you don't need the silent E, so you drop it. Like, likeable, waste, wasting, love, loveable. Number 3, words that end in a soft C or a soft G and are followed by a suffix that begins with a hard vowel or a consonant must keep the E. Okay, that sounds complicated, but it's quite simple. G-E, j, change, trace, nice, age. The C and the G are soft, but the suffix that will follow begins with a hard vowel, a, or a consonant, L. So we retain the E as a buffer between the soft G and the hard L. Without it, ageless would be agless, and nicely would be nickly, which are, of course, not words. Rule 4. Now, the digraph DG. DG always has the soft J sound. So consider DG as a J. Knowledgeable. You don't need the E because you have your soft J sound. Trudging. The E is not necessary. It can be dropped. Judgment. The E in judge can be dropped because you have the J sound. Judgment. Rule 5. Words ending in U. In the English language, almost no words end in U. There are a few that you will notice, and these are exotic imported words like nu and kudzu. It also, English words very rarely ever end in the letter V. The U or the V must be followed by the silent E, so that you have, instead of blue, B-L-U, you have B-L-U-E. Argue. Okay, what to do with this E when you're adding suffixes? Argue, argument. Drop it. You don't need it. True, drop the E, truly. Blue, drop the E, bluing. Sue, suing. As for the silent rule 6, these are words that you'll very rarely use, but it's nice to know. When you're adding a vowel suffix to such words, don't drop the E. Hoe, hoeing. Toe, towing. Shoe, shoeing. This Rule 7 contains a number of little quirks in the use of the silent E. For instance, Rule 7 says, when adding the suffix ing, ing, to words ending in IE, we drop the E and change the I to Y to avoid producing a double I. Okay, here we have words that end in IE, and you want to add the ending ing. Well, first you drop the E. But if you drop the E, you're going to end up with two I's together. So we change the first I to a Y. So lying, instead of having two I's, will be, or an IE, will be ly. Tie, tying, die, dying, vie, vying, lie, lying. There are very few words in the English language that have two I's together. And there are words like Hawaii or rabbi. Sometimes there is a change in the pronunciation. Analyze, ending in E, analysis, analysis. The E has been, the ZE have now been changed to an S. Analyze, analysis. Line, when it becomes lineage, the E is pronounced. Lineage. Prestige, prestigious. Prestigious. And the I changes from E to E. Prestigious. Same with these words here. Conspire, conspiracy. I becomes I. Conspire, conspiracy. Supreme, supremacy. And of course the E is disappearing each time. Disappeared there, it disappeared here, and it disappeared there. Wise, wisdom. You cannot be wisdom. Remove the E, wisdom. Supreme, you would not say supremacy, supremacy. Remove the E. Notice the E is often simply removed when putting in suffixes. This one, Rule 7.3. The rule here is words that, these are words that don't follow the rule. They should do, but they don't. Whole, holy. It ends up with rather the ridiculous spelling. It looks like holly. Whole, holy. Both sound the same. Both treat the suffix differently. Silent E, die. Here we have changed the I to a Y and get rid of the E. The two words, dying and dying. The first die is to cease to exist. The second die is, of course, to change the color. We retain the spelling, I-E, Y-E. In dying, of course, we retain the E. In the first dying, we drop the E. Very good. Now let's look at Rule 7.4. These are the exceptions to the rule. In English, unfortunately, there are many exceptions to some of the rules. Not all of them, but some of them. These are exceptions for an acre, acreage, really doesn't need to retain the E, but it does. Or awful. Awful should retain the E, or full, but it doesn't. Fire, fiery. Here the E and the R are reversed quite unnecessarily. Glue, gluey. Ninth. Ninth is clearly illogical. That E should be retained to keep the sound of 9 instead of nin. Cage, kg, and stage, stagey are good examples of the illogicality of the ending. Kg ends in ey, stagey ends in y. Quite unnecessary to have that e. It can be removed. English, the silent e in English is very useful, but it can have some complications, and this is, I hope, a useful explanation.